Might as well start this off. Oh, how did that light not turn off? That shouldn't be on. That's number 11. Anyway, hi, second channel. I'm going to a HeadFi meet in February. So you probably watched this way after the HeadFi meet happened, but I haven't done anything. Now I'm doing something. So I'm going to a HeadFi meet. If you've never been to one of these, it's like an actual local headphone. It's like a Can Jam, but instead of Can Jam, it's like a LAN party, but for people who are audio nerds. So I'm going to bring things. Like, I could bring lots of things, or I could bring very few things. And the question is, what things am I bringing? So I figure the two things I need to bring most are the cheapest fucking headphones, because I'm Zeos. So Blonde B50s, Harmonic Dynathenas. These are brand new, and these are so new they're not even like listed for price online. So I think I'll bring those two. And then you got to bring things you want to show off. Things that you've established are great that probably no one has heard, and regular audiophiles won't bring them. So I'm going to bring the X-Duo TA22. The problem being is that you're going to go to a place, and I've been to this place before, years and years ago. And there's a lot of stairs to get up to the loft, and it's like a little cramped space. So when you say I'm going to bring this, like, this is a heavy tube amp or tube hybrid. So I'm going to have to like really settle down in my brain and figure out exactly what I'm bringing, because I'm going to have to carry this shit. And also I have to like set it up. I'm basically, if you're watching this video right now, you know what I did for Capital Audio Fest? Yeah, I'm doing that again, but only headphones, and probably more headphones or more headphone oriented. Like, I am a huge proponent of the LA90 for headphones. And I know that people at this meet have never heard the LA90 for headphones. And they're going to be there and they're going to be like, hey, can I plug my headphones into this? I'm going to be like, yeah, sure. Boom. And they're going to be able to do it. So I'm now going to, because it's tomorrow, I'm not prepping more than a day in advance. So it's tomorrow. So I'm like, am I bringing the Grove Made stand to sort of prop up above a thing? Because I'm assuming we're going to have roughly a 4-foot table area like this. So I'm going to start bringing things upstairs, set up a 4-foot table like I did last time for the Capital Audio Fest. I'm going to have to bring the table this time and just prep things. Do I have the right wires, the right connectors? What am I bringing as a source? Is it my laptop again? Or am I just going to bring the topping M50? Because, I mean, honestly, this thing... Where are you? What are you? Oh, Jesus. I'm a very organized person, trust me. This thing was a clincher at Capital Audio Fest. I left this in the Gashelli room just playing. And even though it's got a little tiny screen that takes an SD card, it fixes all of my music in it, all the music I need to play, and then just hit go and let it shuffle, and I can pull up my phone to get to the app. Whatever the app is for this, I forget what it is, and you just pick whatever songs you want. It's great. So maybe this will be my source. And then it'll also give me both an optical and a coaxial output and USB. See, and then if people needed to, they could hook up the Bluetooth to it. So basically, I'm going to do a little brainstorming, and I'm going to do some heavy lifting. I got to go get a table set up upstairs, go do an unboxing. A bunch of mouse pads arrived. For those of you who are wondering why I have so many mouse pads, it's to try to get people to click the links to the mouse pads. Because even if I'm reviewing a $900 headphone unit, no one cares. You have a cute fucking fox girl with big tits on a mouse pad, people will click that link. So that's how I'm working now. How yellow is it? It's probably very yellow. I'll check it when we get upstairs. We need to take a desk mat because I feel like we're going to be on wooden tables. How weeb do I want to go? If I go with this one, it's like a light weeb. Or do I go with the full fuck Sailor Moon? I'm actually getting a bunch of mouse pads delivered. Or do I go with the classic? Well, that's been on my desk forever. I don't know. Let's bring these both up. Getting a bunch of desk mats delivered today, so we'll see. Maybe I'll swap it out. Anyway, so I found a 4-foot table to use. I set it up in the middle of the room to make it both dramatic and accessible. Because there's a plug in the floor. So either we go with that, or we go with that. I feel like that one's way more Zeos. They're both very Zeos. Take the Grove Made stand, plop that bitch down. It makes no, never mind. I'm actually gonna, the last time I've been to the show, I remember setting up on like a little side table too. So I may just bring some chairs over. Let me see how bad the color is, hold on. Oh, the color is actually excellent. Smells like cat piss up here. Don't like that little factoid. I came down the stairs, the cat was in the litter box and went running out. I'm not sure if I disturbed his going. Welcome to the second channel content. It's basically IRL Twitch streams. So let me go get a gun case, which I don't want to show you that, but I'll go get it because we're going to need, the way I'm going to transport everything is in 2 gun cases if I could do it. All equipment in 1 gun case, all headphones in another gun case, and then a backpack for odds and ends like mouse pads and maybe the Grove Mate stand. So hold on, let me go get some more shit. All right, so a couple things up here. I got the laptop up and running. I want to stay constricted to this 4-foot table. So I could stand things vertical here. I brought the M50 up. I might actually try to use this. I've never tried to use it as straight USB audio. Like this might become my hub because it'll give me the optical output. It'll give me a coaxial output. It'll even host USB, but I know that's funky because you have to like disable it. But it'll give me II2S, which means I can hook up 3 DACs without using any sort of weird splitters. Like this would take the coaxial. And then I could do fiber optic with fiber optic splitters. I've just never used it as a USB device. And then I could use it also as a backup. Like boom, something goes wrong with my laptop. Has the SD card in it. We'll see, I haven't tried that yet. What can I plug this into? This is the wrong plug. I love this DD Hi-Fi cable. I cannot find a use for it. Maybe hook my phone up to my printer. All right, so now what I've done also, I grabbed one of the power supplies. This is a funky new one that I got. Because look, it's got 10 plugs on the top, 5 and 5, but the sides have 5 on either side as well. So there's 20 plugs on this and the 2 USBs. And they actually had good ratings. It wasn't like that other one, the Super Dandy that I bought. Right, Kat? So let's get the rest of the equipment up here. Well, that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go get the rest of the equipment up here. And then I'm gonna calculate out what kind of plugs I need to bring down to that. And then when I'm ready to wrap up, I can just plug all the plugs in that, leave them in that, spool it up, throw it in the backpack. Headphones are gonna go in the smaller case. These are Plano cases. Right now there's 4, looks like I fit 5. And then if I do where I interlock them, like put the cups between the cups and make a C shape, like make them scissor essentially, I can fit as many as 10 headphones in there. And this DAC is going to Ryan at Mod House to complete the E2J2 stack. He wants to show that off at the show. So that with the power supply does not count as my stuff. All right, I'm gonna go grab some more stuff, bring it up here, and we'll see what I've done. All right, so this doesn't need a DAC. This is gonna get its own. This needs a DAC. So if I'm getting a DAC, I'm like Geshelli Labs, because I was like so many things, or I could have used an II2S DAC out of this. But every II2S DAC is either huge or some random SMSL, and I'm like, I really want to show off some Geshelli Labs stuff. And since Ryan's gonna have that E2, I'll bring this E2. I'm sorry, not E2, that's Erish. This J2, the one that's like tropical colored. And I'm like, well, it has balanced output, that's fine for the LA90, but then I'm gonna have RCAs just sitting there doing nothing, which I could probably get much shorter ones, because I'm probably gonna sit this right here, and I'll probably hot glue this to the top of it. So I'll bring the IFI Zen can, because there's a lot of weight there. Get a little just loop that son of a bitch in there. I could give this a balanced input. Unless I bring the Geshelli Labs distribution DAC, which is just the canist of worms. Like, how many worms do you want? All the worms? Here you go, because it's a raw board that has nothing attached to it. That's currently under glass and plugged into like 4 sets of RCAs and 2 sets of XLRs, and I could just bring all amps. I could bring fucking 6 amps, and they would each have their own slot on the amp on the DAC. Please no. Please no. So let's plug this in. Does this need to get powered? This needs to get powered via USB, which we're lucky because the output on that board has it. I actually have a smaller one of these. I have one that has 8 less outlets, which means it has 6 in the front and then 3 on the side and 3 on the other side, which is still plenty. But this should, I'm just gonna put you down here for a second. Will that USB reach, or is it gonna be a piece of shit? Oh, you reach. All right, you're plugged in. Fiber optic would end up going to the Geshelli, which has a plug, which I have to pull out. Plug you in there. Are you sideways? No, you're the right way. So you would get the fiber optic from that. I didn't bring and I want to bring a slightly longer coaxial digital. Actually, if I set it up and I covered those 2 waifus with this box with a waifu, then it would be fine. I brought this USB cable because the USB audio on that topping is a USB-C. This is actually from, I know exactly what this is from. This is from the Bear Dynamic Tiger. I'm gonna plug you into the only output on this side. Boom. So this should be powered. 1000, 1000. So that's powered. I brought up a fucking gray, like from an old CRT from back in the Dizzy power plug, because I was gonna bring something fancy, but I'm like, fuck fancy. Bring something that's just interesting and different. So here you go, here's a gray one. So that can go there. Get plugged into here. I may actually get the smaller box, even though it's white. And then we need to power the DAC, which I'm just gonna, oh, that's sideways, isn't it? So we'd have to go here, power the DAC. And then I'm definitely gonna, I mean, look how nice these Eminence cables are though. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of expensive cables, but nice cables, I don't care how expensive they are. If they're nice, right guys? They're nice. I feel like that's fucking mega overkill. If I'm setting it up the exact same way at the show, maybe I have to plug into something else. But here, this would go here. These are Eminence are nice because you plug them in. And in case you're on a submarine, there's a lot of turbulence. You can lock them down. So that's a locked down thing. These are ridiculous. So now this whole setup should power for the IFI. On here. I love it for that. It's the first time I'm using that. I love it for that. So now, okay. Input, what input is that actually? Number 1 is that 2 is single and then 3 is balanced. Yeah, so now we've got this with an adapter. I don't know if this is on the right input. We're going to have to figure that out. This needs to get a jumper straight to that, which actually, that means that little sucker will work. I have even littler suckers if I really wanted to. So let's see, go here. If I could do one of these, give it one of them. To sort of just take up the space. And then you, ow. Didn't hurt, it hurt my fucking soul that I did it. And then you go to this, because for some reason this massive power brick just takes a figure 8. Not that I'm opposed to that, it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so now the LA90 should be powered. So now we've got what? Laptop, TA22, LA90, Geshelli DAC, IFI. Because I really don't need to bring a ton of amplifiers. It's mostly headphones people are concerned with at these shows, but I do have, look at the space under here. If I slide this over, put this under here. Put the whole thing under there? I don't think I put the whole thing under there. Just be like, boom, Geshelli Labs. Let's turn you on. Let's turn you on. You're already on, but we don't know if we have any signal. We're gonna need a headphone of some sort. You've got a 4.4. Oh, I gotta bring my 4.4 adapter for the LA90. So let's check you first. Make plan. It literally doesn't even know what the hell this is, so I've got to tell it. USB DAC 0 kilohertz. Topping, USB event, speakers, 44.1. I am not hearing music out of it, however. Oh, because the quarter-inch adapter's plugged in? No, that shouldn't be the reason. So, all right, that's outputting, but we need to figure out the rest, this thing. So, press. Wrong. Music. There we go. Okay, so I'm a bug. Need a quarter-inch adapter. Need all the adapters. Never assume there's going to be adapters there. Bring all your own adapters, and then guard them like they're your children. So this is working as intended. Let's see. This says 44.1, so that is also working. Frank Goes to Hollywood. Relax. The Greek Disco Mix 2. Apparently there's 2 of them. 1 second difference. Yeah, okay, so that, and now I need to test, well actually, did I bring them up yet? I'm gonna bring the interchange, wait, I thought I brought them up. The interchangeable head, so I could use the Heart audio cable on any of these, because I can't plug into this without it. So, and here's the problem, it's real early. I'm gonna get some more headphones, and I'm gonna look at this unit, and I'm gonna be like, I could fit more in there. I could fit more in there, and then you're fucked. All right, well, everything's working right now, and then I realize this laptop is programmed to pull off my NAS. So none of the music that's playing right now will be there when I get to the place. Which means I gotta go find the external hard drive that I used at Capitol Audio Fest and update it, and yeah, I can take these RCAs out. Although I did realize I do have access to another output, actually 2 outputs, because the TA22 here has RCA balanced inputs, that's fine, but it has 2 RCA outputs, a DAC RCA output that doesn't get affected by the volume knob, and then a tube one that would be affected by the volume knob, which is unfortunate. But that RCA output there is good to go. Ready to rock. I don't need to add anything else to it. And it's just sitting here. I wouldn't have to add another DAC. It's just 2 RCA outputs. So is there another device that I want to bring that just hooks up with, that will hook up with RCA, that I'm just like, all right, you know what, I'll bring that and I have an extra little, because I still got space here. Rebel amp. I brought the Rebel amp to Capitol. I feel like that. I'm gonna go take a look-see. By the way, all the mouse pads arrived that I was talking about. So we are a glutton with choice now of what we want to bring if we want to keep that one. I think I'm gonna keep the one that's up there because this is one of my favorite. Oh, there's an Nezuko. Well, that's Samurai one's pretty good. You'll see these ahead in reviews. Yeah, only 2 of them were 15s. I'm okay with 12s. They're much easier to store and ship and cheaper by like $7. But I like the 15 desk mats, they're better. Anyway, I'm gonna go downstairs and ponder another RCA device. You know what I have? I have an Arkel 2. That would be like the match for this. It'd be weird because I wouldn't use this as the DAC for another Geshelli product. I'd be using this as a DAC for a Geshelli product. Let me see. So I went down, did a little more digging in the basement. So I have, I don't have a mouse for this thing yet, but also this fucking touchpad didn't reinstall properly because you can't 2-finger scroll, which makes it very annoying. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little printout or an index card, because all of the keybinds, because people, here's the thing. When you go to a meet like this, you're not just sitting there presenting your stuff. You wanna go and touch other people's things. They're gonna come and touch your things, and hopefully the security is fucking tight. But they're gonna be using your stuff. So A, don't have personal pictures and shit like available and open. But B, they need to know how to use your stuff. Now I'm gonna have probably Firefox. No, I'm not gonna run Firefox. I was like thinking about Spotify I don't know if there's going to be Wi-Fi there. Sometimes there's Wi-Fi. I don't have Tidal because fucking MQA exists. So I need to get I still haven't gotten the hard drive. I need to really need to find that and get this like caching files. But I'm going to have to put a little label here that's like alt space to pause, because people, and this is another thing that's really weird, and I find it all the time. When someone's listening to your setup, or even at like a can jam where they'll pause the music before they get up. Why? Why do you do that? Let it play. It's there to play. It's there to put on your head so you know what the volume's at. Like, why? I find it impolite to pause someone else's music and then walk away. So I might just disable pausing if I can, and just have it just let it play. Like, no, I guarantee you, I'm gonna walk to my setup and it's gonna be silent. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh, just don't pause people's music. Let it play. Turn the volume down if you want, but never off. Just so they can be like, oh, this is playing. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna adjust the volume as I feel fit. Oh, this is cool. Take it down and put it down. Walk away. That's just a weird thing I find with meets, is people just love to pause shit. Anyway, so we're going to start losing the sun soon. I had to get a few things. Number one, I had to get the KPH40s, because fuck you, these are the bomb. I was going to say the baller, and that doesn't work. I brought my case of IEMs. And when I say my IEMs, I mean it. These are Z12s and these two. I've got a set of the new Nana 2.1. I've got 2 sets, just to show off how big a person I am, of my SA6 Ultras, which are fucking gone. Actually, one's the tuning mule, so it doesn't even have the right finishing, so it doesn't really count. And one's the final one. A bunch of fucking adapters, all the adapters I was talking about. Put that there. And I brought 2 other sets of IMs that are not mine. Actually, no, I have my blonde collab in here as well, the ugly purple one. The wire's better, and the other one, the purple's got to change. I brought the OH5s, and I brought the Soft Ears Twilight, because I had space for it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to put something on top of this, because as soon as you turn this sideways, all the shit's gonna fall around, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna have to find a piece of foam for that. So this counts as like a thing. You're gonna want rubbing alcohol, because you see like the spots, see like anime titties and then spots. Rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle is, I bought a gallon of rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna need a, what's it called as well? One of these things that makes the clean wipe go. But yeah, no, a spritz bottle. And you could spray this right into a circuit board while a computer's running and it'll be fine, because it's non-conductive and it evaporates super fast. We're just gonna get all the nasty. Oh, what I'm cleaning, by the way, is the THX AAA1, which is the non-balanced AAA amp, or THX amp. And I never use it, and it's super high power, and I think it'll be a good contrast. I have a problem with bringing like more than one thing. Like I was gonna bring the Geshelli Labs, and I'm like, nah, that's not interesting enough. This is interesting. No one's gonna have one of these there. So it plugs in with a transformer. We're gonna check to make sure this works. And it's RCA, and I didn't bring up any RCA cables. I guess I could use the crazy long ones. It's okay to bring longer cables than you need, and then just don't. Here's our source. These are the ones that have source labeled. And for those of you who don't know, when they label signal source direction, there's 2 reasons for that. Either because it's full of bullshit, and there's no reason to have like the nanites inside the thing only work in one direction, or they put this on like for this reason, because they only attach this ground on this side of the cable. These are floating ground. That's to prevent noise from coming back up the cable to another piece of equipment. So respect it when it actually happens. So there, we're not gonna get any tube warmth into the THX, but we could always just swap it around. And then we have an input here. Flippity floppity, sippity soppity. Also, I happen to notice that this blank space here is the perfect size to put down and then have a Geshelli DAC just on top of it like that. And look at that beauty. Thing of beauty is a joy forever. Throw this down through this. That way I can still see the waifus on the front of it, because this is an inert object no one's touching. We go with another vertical. I really like this plug system. That's the greatest fucking thing I've purchased. That thing is fucking, can't believe there's 20 fucking outlets on it. So now this is up. Click. Jesus, that's a small indicator. So small. We have an extra 1/4 inch adapter, which is fine. I'll add it to the bin. This is a locking box, which is also helpful. We need that. We need rubbing alcohol. We're going to be cleaning things while we're there too. You're bringing that with you because everyone's going to touch things, and yeah, COVID's still kind of a thing. And even if COVID wasn't a thing, the common cold sucks too. Don't touch me. Don't you fucking touch me, bro. Back the fuck up. There you go. You got to practice that. Get a little bit of that New York on you. I'm going to put this, which came off of the Gashelli, in here as well. It'll just be like a catch-all bin for little stuff. We need to test that. Oh. Let's take this out. I tried to consolidate down. Like I was going to bring the 1/4" adapter for the heart stuff, and then like, well, I just bring the 3.5 and an adapter. And then I have no reason to bring, what if I need a 3.5? Then I need another one. It's like, no. Consolidate. Gain one in here. That burns. More power, more power. It's working. Wow, it's make these sound narrow. Is that what I'm experiencing right now? That is so weird. Hold on. Nah, it's worth bringing. You could also do this. Do a full swap. And I can't plug this into this unless I do this and then this. Oh, you know what? Wait, no, I have to get that. And then I gotta get, I have one here. Boom. Now I can swap that into that. What the fuck was that? Hold on. Shh. That's in the song? I hear people talking in the back of this Dragon Ball Z track. It's like, you're trying to trick me. I've never heard that in my entire life. We're listening to Face Off. Track 27 from some Dragon Ball Z shit. Give me what's the least amplifier here? The leastest. I guess that one still? I just want to know if I'm hearing it because LA90. I just, that happens at 44 seconds. Oh, I hear it. That's weird. I've listened to the Dragon Ball Z soundtrack, Bruce Falcone, forever, and I've never heard anyone speak in the background. And it's like real quiet. That's a testament to the fucking atriums and all the equipment I've picked. This is kind of off. It's killing me that it's off the table a little bit. I have to slide everything over because it doesn't need to be in the middle. It needs to really cover to the side, and the laptop sort of needs to sit there. But yeah, okay. So everything we've now got. I'm going to keep, I have a ton of these adapters. These are all the Heart Audio connector adapters that are for IMs, but they're IMs that they sent me with this same matching cable as MMCX. So I really don't have any IMs for that. So I took that out of the box. Let's put that in there, put that in there. We'll put this adapter in here. We'll leave this on we can actually leave this on that there. So basically, I think I'm happy with this. This is enough equipment. I'll leave it for probably another hour. It'll get dark. And then I'll come back and it'll be time to pack this stuff away because I do want it away. I gotta get the laptop fucking working with music. Otherwise I'm gonna be, because here's my event. Oh no, this stopped. Does this have a remote control function? I don't remember if the M50 has a remote control. So it says USB DAC. Okay. music list, open all. Oh, you gotta hit right. Aardvark. 20,000 tracks. So it does, that's not playing there. This is coming off the SD card that's in this. And then I can control that, I think. Should be able to do it with my app. What's the app for the fucking topping? Oh, it's not the Shanling app. What is the app for the topping? It's a music player. Hibby Music? Let's see if the Hibby Music app works. Because the Hibby Music app uses the same sort of system. There it is, Aardvark. It literally started. And it's playing it. So this is the system I recommend for those people, because Ryan from Modhouse is going, he's going to be going and displaying shit, and he's like this, and then he's going to be going and doing other, a cat running or a bunny? What the fuck was that? It was way down there. It was like a black cat just crossing the path of everybody. This is how I would run a show. I'd have a local source of music, and you could plug in external hard drives to this thing as well. I don't even have to plug them into the laptop, plug them into here. And then you just have a tablet that's running this app. And I totally forgot it was the Hibby app, but it does such a better job. Just being able to jump to different letters and stuff. At least it should be able to jump to S. Huh. So we can scroll through it, but we can't jump. But we got folders in here. We can go to the actual folders. Shuffle all, titles, shuffle all, 20,000 tracks. So I'm controlling this unit. This is how I would do it. Because there's too many places at the shows that are just like, oh, the internet's real bad. We can't get to title. What are we gonna do? We can't get to title. Well, you should have local music. A few hundred. You don't need thousands of tracks. A few hundred completely legally sourced tracks for distribution, blah, 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 blah. And then just pop them on something like this. And you're even just getting digital output, so you can just plug it into anything. Plug it into anything. Yeah, so car surfing can come on. And I can plug, see now I need another adapter. Go from this, because this wire, here's the thing, that's, you're never getting this wire taken off. So if you want to plug it in something with a 4.4 Pentacon, you have to do that. I didn't need it for that because it actually has full, shut up. Yeah. So now if I just start playing music here again, what happens? So it's playing, I just have to figure out, I gotta go back. Let me lower this before you all get me blitz. Back, back, back. Next track, last track, back, back. Recent playlist, artist, album, open all, scan music, back. Music browser, about, system settings, net settings. How do I get back to this being the source? Probably something I should work out, because it just was when I turned it on. Play settings, output mode, gapless playback, play mode, it's not what I want. Music browser, TF card or something in the back. System settings, shit. How the fuck do I get back to USB mode is set to either DAC. Please eject before connecting. Okay, that's not it. Oop, broke it. Oh God, it's updating the track list. Oh God, it's uploading 20,000 tracks. I hit too many buttons. Okay, what I just did is I took it out of USB DAC mode and put it into USB, like, read me as a card reader mode. So now removable disk D is cancel, and then removable disk D here is also cancel. I don't know, I just did a thing. Well, you don't have to watch me fail. I have to watch me fail all the time. And then I just turn the camera on and everything's great again. All right, what did we end up with? So everything worked. I figured out how to switch between playing internally and playing externally. And it's real fucky because literally you go to like play music and the first choice is music scan. And if you hit right, it starts the scan. And if you cancel it, if it scanned 18 songs, you only have 18 songs. So you got to let it go through. I updated what was on the card by switching it to a USB source and copied it from my NAS through the computer onto the thing. And then I disconnected it, put it back over. And now I've got the external hard drive, which I may have to get a longer cable for that. That feels really shit. I'm now using 2 Grovemate stands. I have this other one that's specifically for a laptop, which is not quite on the table all the way, which is mildly terrifying, but it gives me another spot for something. Ryan from Mod House said, hey, can you bring the Singzer SA1? And I'm like, I could bring it for his table, but then I have to carry it. And if he just wants to try his headphones on it, like I could accommodate, but then I'm out of like DACs, so I'd have to bring another DAC because I don't want to pre-out from that. Also, I realized usually I put the equipment in the smaller case and put headphones in the larger case because if you fill that case with equipment, it's 80 pounds. If you fill this case, you can only limit it to like 50 pounds. Plus, I'm almost out of room for headphones, only with I'm gonna have 6. Because I've got the 4 that you've seen already. And I want to take at least 2 more. If I move those to that, I'd fit probably another pair. And I didn't imagine the IM case was going to be in this, but that makes more sense. Just pack it all together. I want to put the microfiber towel on top to hold everything in place. So that's good. I also disconnected all the wires. It's too hard to deal with them. Especially... this is a Heart cable, I think. The Heart one that came off the 8XXs was super easy. The previous one, the 8-post one, was like, please don't break. So I pulled all the wires off. That'll make it a lot easier to sort headphones. We're still at the stage of like, I'm still using this stuff. I can disconnect that. I can power this off. Power that off. Yeah, I lower the tubes down. I'm not going to pack it away hot. The tubes are going to be interesting because I don't usually carry tube devices. And this, if I could put it in just like this with this on and still have it fit, in this case, I'm good. If I have to uninstall these tubes and carry them separately, that's going to suck, but I'll do it. I'll have to get another case to put it in. Currently updating, because Capital Audio Fest was November, and we're now in February, so there's a couple months worth of music that I want to put on that to take with me. But yeah, I also added this Proto-Arc wireless mouse, which is, it's a mouse that's a touchpad. But it does this cool rocking thing, and it takes up 1 slot, and it works really well, actually. So we're doing that. I could probably stop the music because it literally can't play anymore. So we're gonna let this update. It's on like crappy Wi-Fi. It's going about 11 megs a second. So that's gonna take another 40 minutes. So by the time that's done updating, I could decide if I wanna move anything, move things under here, because I think we're gonna get a 4-foot table, it'll be fine. I'm gonna keep this mouse pad. Maybe I'll take both mouse pads. I got all the other mouse pads sorted. Because it's nice to cover the table, because you never know what kind of shitty tables they're gonna have. Like if I'm going to that LAN party Fights in March. This will probably be out before Fights comes. And I'm gonna bring like 3 mouse pads. In fact, my friend Dan already paid for a ticket, and he can't make it because he's got a scheduling conflict that he realized only after the fact. And I'm like, that means I could have 2 tables, and that means I could be Zeos about it. Like, I don't want to bring my main computer. Talking about bringing things places, I make a living on my main computer. I encode videos on it. I sit there and I do all my yard sale shit at a good modern computer. I then also go to a strip club in VR. That's also very important for mental health, because girls around here are probably going to give you something. It's also much cheaper to buy VR Paradise and play that on the Steam Index, Valve Index. But like, I don't want to bring that computer, so I'm going to bring my other computer, my older computer, and it'll still be able to play games. But am I going to really play games? I know every time I go to a LAN party, the most fun is when you're not sitting at your computer watching movies. I end up watching a lot of movies there. Maybe I'll watch some anime, something that I haven't watched. Oh, maybe I could watch Vinland Saga. I'll just sit there and straight line Vinland Saga. Boom, done. It's like when I was on the plane to California. On the way to California, and then on the way back, I finished 90% of the one with the little kid who's deaf and a king. That one. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. Such a good fucking show. What the hell's the name of that show? You know the one I'm talking about with the little kid who's he's literally deaf. He can't speak. He's next in line to be king, and then it's like, oh, it looks like a kid's show, and then someone cuts their hand off, and it's like, oh my god. Osama ranking, King's ranking. That's what it was. Thank you. Thank you, brain, for like, I turned over. Got it. Yeah, Osama ranking's a great show. So I'll let this keep going. This is currently in its own internal play mode. There's now 21,405 tracks on there. And it's great because I just pull up my phone and be like, hold on, I need to control. Actually, let's see if it's still controllable. Let's minimize this. The app is still open. See though, this is scanning music locally. And boom, it's already connected. I don't have to do anything. I don't even have to do anything. I connected to this at fucking Capital Audio Fest in November and it just remembers. So let's see, it should, well, my problem is why can't I skip to the, like I'm skipping to the, oh, Creepy Nuts. Boom, playing. It's playing Creepy Nuts, which is great. Great fucking, go watch Call of the Night. The soundtrack, the ending, the whole soundtrack's amazing, but the song they play for the ED is just otherworldly good. Anyway, I'm coming back when this is more packed and I'll see how we're doing. Because I think I'm pretty much, I don't want to add anything to this. I'm gonna, aren't I? And then if I put these, can I fit, I don't think I could fit, I thought maybe I could fit this one in there. But I may not be, I won't be able to fit both. That's another thing. This fucking thing is like 7 inches tall in the back. So that's gonna be duffel bag or backpack. I'd like a backpack so I could just throw it on and then carry the 2 cases that I'm walking in. If it's a duffel bag, then you've got 2 things and a duffel bag that you're swinging across and it's far more annoying. Well, part of 10 minutes didn't this get? I set 25 wallpapers and I want them to shuffle for every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes. Why don't you do that? There you go. So one thing you need to remember about FooBar is it doesn't save state unless you closed it, which is something I feel like they really should have fixed by now. So if you make 9 playlists and add a bunch of music to your playlist and sort them and delete the ones that aren't really there, and then the computer crashes or the game or FooBar crashes, which is rare, but happens, you lost all that progress. So as soon as you've like changed your source or music and you've had it scan everything and then close FooBar and then reopen it. So this is your PSA. So I had to turn things back on, which I can now. Yeah, because this is coming from here, but that was not coming from here. So, okay, now we're gonna shut that off again. We're gonna shut this off again. This doesn't need to be shut off. This can be shut off again. We're gonna tear down now. We should be good to go. I don't want to keep adding to this. I can add to the headphone box, which I have decided to swap. Click. Swap boxes. There'll be a lot more space just to fit at least in another set of headphones, and we'll try to get everything compacted into this. Possibly not the laptop. Laptops are mildly fragile. Oh, is there an update? Update and shut down. All right, we'll let that do a Windows update. Unplug this. This has to come with. Like the mouse pad's coming too. Like the mouse pad, I'm not folding it. I hate folded mouse pads. And if I took a 12-inch mouse pad, I got a ton of 12-inch mouse pads. Those would be perfect. Like her and a Nezuko or that, or like some of these are really, really nice. Those will fit perfectly in the thing. Unfortunately, that is not what's going on. Figs are even like shorter too. The big size is the right size. That's the big size. So let's unplug this. We're gonna unplug the DAC, which should kick an error. It did, it brought it back out. I'm gonna shut that down. That didn't come with a remote, right? Did it come with a remote? I think it did come with a remote. I don't need a topic remote. No, I have the app, it'll be fine. I forget if it came with a remote. I don't think it came with a remote. Did it come with a remote? Why am I thinking it came with a remote? Also, here's a fun little thing. This has an on-off switch and a charge port there, USB-C, and it doesn't charge or have any indication it's charging. I plugged it into the battery pack, which means it will light up if it was charging something, and it totes didn't, which makes me think it's just not gonna charge, and if it dies, then I'm gonna be using the touchpad, which is not like, does that not fit? You fucking GoPro bastard. The GoPro plug is too big. You're way too big. Yeah, no, it doesn't fit the GoPro plug. I don't know what to do. I guess it is what it is, because this one fits. But that doesn't light up, and there's no LEDs or anything. What does that do? Oh, that's the bottom of the ball. That's to let shit drip out the bottom of the ball. All right, well, let's hope this lasts for the entire length of the thing. This is my battery charger for my... I'll probably be charging my phone off of this because my phone is a fucking prick. My Sony just dies. Do I want to move the mouse pad first? No. Are you off? That screen is still on, isn't it? Yeah, the keyboard's still on. I'm going to leave everything plugged into the power strip. We can unplug this. There, now it's officially off. That's why there's no stickers in the front. I still want to make a little piece of paper that says, you know, press Alt this to do that. Let's unplug. Actually, we do powers first. All the powers are pretty well indicated. I can kind of guess. That's for the M50. That one's for the IFI. That one's for my laptop. This one is here. I'm gonna detach the power brick from the LA90. You guys like to watch me just disconnect things. I'm not gonna do like I did where I try to put it all in one box without disconnecting it. It's so few wires. And I really don't want any of these things to snap or break. I might leave everything plugged into the DAC here because that's relatively light. I did add a sticker to the DAC, something very colorful. Good energy. There's good DAC energy, big DAC energy there. We need to take, of course I locked these stupid eminence connectors. Those have to come out. The power supply, it's always the power stuff that's the worst, by the way. I've been doing this forever. I've been doing LAN parties and everything, and no matter how like, oh man, I've only got to take like 5 boxes. No, you have to take 7 boxes because 2 boxes are the power strip and all the fucking associated wires in a loop. So you're just wrong if you think you only have to take 5 boxes. I'll lay this out sideways just because I don't think we're gonna have any damage to the front of that. Because remember where the handle is and you're gonna be carrying it like a gun case. So everything's gonna fall that way. So don't. What do you mean don't? I mean don't. Don't let it fall. Don't be stupid. I told you not to be stupid, you moron. So now I'm touching it. No, there's no thing. So I'm not going to put this with this facing that way or this facing that way. We're going to go sideways because this won't get damaged. So we'll just put it there. We'll shuffle things around as we're going. 1/4-inch adapter, storage. This thing is so cool. I almost want to re-review the M50 because it does so many. It has so many fucking things it does really well. We could also put all the wires in the headphone box, which would make it probably a little bit neater. There you go. Unscrew the eminence. Oh, their stupid locking, stupid RCAs. And the fiber optic. Give me all these. Give me. Give me. Yes. So we may not be taking any more extra sets of headphones. We may just be taking like 1 extra set of headphones. Like KPH 40s will actually be more protected in that. And we could fit another 2 there. This down. Is that every wire we can disconnect? I don't want to disconnect the speaker plug wire, but I could if I really wanted to. We do have the DAC cable. We have the power brick for the fucking LA90 is huge. Yeah, no, the packing and what you're doing now, remember what you're doing because you're gonna have to do it again to pack to come home. Let's test this right now. Those tubes are probably still warm because I'm an idiot and I turned everything back on. I'm just gonna put that dead center. It'll work. Excellent. Again, actually, where's the weight on this? It's on that side. You always want to put the heavier side also to the bottom. And none of this shit should slide around. Like this might move a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna like damage the screen if the RCAs touch. This will get pinned. This one's much taller than this one. So we might do something like this. Maybe. If I drop that right on top of it. Actually, you know what I should do? I would say I could use this as a card reader and then have access to it there, but then I can't play it on FooBar and feed it back out. If I brought a card reader, a micro SD card, I think this has a card reader built in. It does. If I bring a card adapter, which I think I have in my office, then if something goes wrong with the external hard drive, I'm not sitting there with my thumb up my ass. Although it's Philly, and that shit happens all the time. I think I have an SD card, like adapter to micro SD, somewhere. Oh, do I see it over here? It's very dark in here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'll bring this. It's all about being prepared for the stupid shit. Because whatever you think is gonna break, that'll break, and then something else will break that you didn't think about breaking. So, squeaky shoes. I'm actually gonna install this. So it should go, nope, it's gonna stick out real far. I hate that. Why does it do that? There is a section in here, I'm just like miscellaneous. That's a miscellaneous product. Back to clicking. I'm gonna use these extra pads. I might swap out the 820s. These are the new Taconi Thins. I haven't tried them. I don't think they're gonna be as comfortable as the thick ones, but I'm bringing them and I'm using them as a buffer between the headphone pad and that. Because these headphones should all just hug each other and protect each other. This is gonna be annoying because it's so thin. Like if I put it here, it's gonna bounce. If I put it vertical, I could actually put that vertical. That's wild. Putting it vertical would actually keep it from moving quite a bit. How's there? I'm not completely sold on putting the hard drive in there at this moment, by the way. You know, I love these cases. That'll hold vertically. And then it'll fall over, so you're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do this and then close it once and make sure we're good. Any chance in hell of getting this in here? Any chance? Snowball. Snowball in hell. Oh, I fucking love gun cases. The problem with that is I'm not gonna fit everything else if I put a gun case. However, I just realized this thing is relatively short. Those things are relatively short. Let's take you out. This is the fun part. I honestly enjoy packing things. It just seems like the right decision. Okay, so we put this down and this has rubber feet, so that's good. We put this down, rubber feet. I don't want them banging into each other. This has a screen. If we do something like that, even if it's 2 feet on there and not all the feet, that fits. And then we could take LA90, which is thick, but not like super thick. Put that on the bottom of the rack. Move this over a little bit. Again, touching the bottom. That would give me enough room. It's another thing that's real short. Real short, big tits. If I can't, see the thing, I can't put something like this here because it'll just slide around. But this right now, ooh, ooh. I mean, it'll work. That is bulging though. I may, if I'm gonna bring that one, which I don't need to bring this is me being like a luxury item guy. Like, oh. I mean, Grove Made was like paying me to show off their product. I'd bring the Grove Made stand, but I don't need to bring the Grove Made stand. It's not like I got equipment going underneath it. I do need to bring that one, however, because the TA22 is just, it looks so cool sitting on top of it. If I take this out, we just go boom. Because I'm not putting the laptop in. That's another thing. Like the laptop's not getting squeezed in there. So if I take the laptop and this, like another one of these, then put Ryan's thing. I think I can fit Ryan's thing in here. Like easy peasy. Hit the mouse and this unit. The mouse is gonna bounce around, so we're just gonna put the mouse where it's sort of wedged. We're gonna sort of wedge it. There. Put that there. I think this is too tall to stand up. Nope, not even a little bit. Perfectly fine standing up. So this shit should all be held down. That shit will be held down. We have a lot of space in here. We could transfer the wires back, in fact. Put that wire, because that's going with that. We could transfer the wires back. For the headphones, too. Oh, never mind. We don't have a lot of space. We didn't take the power off the floor like I just told you is the most biggest fucking fuck. The most biggest fucking fuck. Yeah, no, I'm dumb. I'm like, oh, this is working out great. Let's wiggle that off of there. Come on, baby, wiggle. Wiggle. Wiggle! Okay. So yeah, this is basically a whole other unit, which I know will stand up and fit standing up. So we could put that right here. Ignore the wire for a second. We don't want it banging into things. I'm probably going to unplug some of these just for ease of getting this shit in there. And it's always good to have it all set up on a table. I say this on my LAN party ones. Like if you're setting up for a LAN party and you're gonna have your whole computer and everything that needs to be with your computer needs to work, set it up on a table in the middle of nowhere with just a plug on the floor. Because if it doesn't work and have the internet and everything, then you fucking forgot something. I could just lay these out on top. Just lay them out. They're not gonna hurt anything. That's not gonna get super bent with the foam, which is gonna sit there. And then these three, give them a little bit of a, give them one of these. It's a South Park reference, you should get it. It's gonna sit right back there. Maybe I will take a 12-inch mouse pad because I can just lay it over the top. Actually, putting a mouse pad on this would be bad because this is going to push in real easy. You put a mouse pad over it, it's going to sort of lock everything. I'm going to try to get the hard drive in here. I think here, you're probably my best bet. Or here. Here, I'm feeling here because it's about the same height as this. Yeah, that'll be fine. Do I want to charge you? You're almost full. This whole laptop and everything can go someplace else. I'll have it charging in my car. This is just going to add 3 pounds to this fucking monster. You know what? We're taking a case. So fuck it. I think we're done in here. I'm going to open this up tomorrow at whatever time, and I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Everything's here. I could also move out some of these wires now that I'm looking again. Just spaces. Not to make it heavier, just to make it easier to fit more headphones. Let's see if I can get some of these out. That's a headphone. These are all our interconnects. These are super fucking heavy. You know where I can put this? Watch this. You know how we know that's gonna fit? Because those are fitting and those have tubes in them. Get the fucking metal things away from the tubes though. Remember, weight going that way, handles here. Anything that's gonna bang around and possibly fuck up the tubes, you should be protected, but like that, don't let that bang into it while you're driving an hour and a half. Good, 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 good. I'll deal with you in a bit. This is it's like that cowlick on your hair and you're just like, I really wish that didn't exist. So with a gun case, you can latch it without closing it. So just get it all sort of like, just sort of there. Usually if you can latch it, you can then push the latches down. And then, how heavy is this? Oh yeah. That's like 30 something pounds. That's a thing. That's a thing. So now, we're not done with headphones. I have to go pick some more headphones. And I could actually probably... Oh, I left an RCA cable out. Oh my God, and the USB. That's fine. Shove that there in the corner. Again, it's gonna fall this way. Here's where the handle is. So this is rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna put this in a Ziploc bag before I put it in there, because if it unscrews or squeezes and all of a sudden the driver is filled with liquid, and no one likes liquid in their drivers. Will you fit in one of these? I don't think that'll actually maybe fit sideways. Again, this is something you learn from fucking up a few times. There you go. So now that can go again here. Gravity's going that way. Don't want pushing on things. Let me go get a duffel bag. We'll probably put the mats in a duffel bag. And this whole thing, look, it's even got a sandwich laptop. Nice and protected. Duffel bag. And then whatever else. Why do I do this? Why am I me? So, I got 2 other headphones. I got the Moondrop Venus. Those are brand new. I think people want to hear them. And fucking favorite of mine, Sendy Peacocks. No one's going to buy them unless they hear them. Big old planar, big old planar. Dynamic, 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 dynamic. You know what's missing? Ribbon tweeter, you fucks. The gold planar GL1200s. I have enough room for I thought I had room for 2 more. And I am taking the bag. Look how nice that fits. It literally, it perfectly fits. And I'm like, all right, the mouse pads, I'm gonna take the cat mouse pad, because I think the back's gonna get the cat, the front's gonna get Sailor Moon there. Here are the wires for those 2 new headphones I brought, because you gotta remember to bring the wires. I might just throw them in here, like so. And then I'm like, well, if I'm bringing the GL, because here's the thing, I've never brought the GL1200s anywhere. You know what, maybe I'll bring those to the LAN party and just fuck people up. Currently, they're in my office. I'm like, I was downstairs looking for headphones. I'm like, do you want to bring anything here? What about something from my office? I know I have another pair of Sendy Peacocks in my office. And then I'm like, GL1200s. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Do I have an amplifier? Oh, yeah, I'm bringing the fucking LA90. So I brought this up. This is the double helix made adapter for speaker amp to 4-pin. So the one I'm using on there is one I made, which plugs into the bananas. If I switch out to this one, I can have this power regular headphones, just like normal, and then have these modified 4-foot, these are modified 4-foot versions, 4-foot versions? 5-foot versions of mica cables go straight into the banana connections of the LA90, and I could run both at the same time. I'm pretty sure that would not affect the amp, the ohms load or anything. But so all that means is I just got to take these 2 extra wires, and then also this adapter, change out the one on the LA90 that's already in the box. And then I've got to carry the fucking GL1200s, which if you've never met the GL1200s, they're huge headphones. But the huge headphones aren't the problem. The huge headphones are not the problem. Hello, huge headphone, hold on. These are not the problem. These are fucking hilarious and great. The problem is they're plugged into this box, and this box has to come with, because this is the converter box that converts what I use my vintage Pioneer receiver for into usable power for the thing, which is gonna mean that this has to go somewhere on the table, and it's also filled with transformers, so it's heavy as fuck. I'll wipe off the dust on my nice black shirt. We do get an extra waifu though, which is nice, but now I've got this fucking, it's literally a brick of copper. Like, hey, you wanna kill somebody? Dead. And it uses a backwards plug, so you can't fucking use the wrong thing in there. But yeah, no, these things with the Velcro pads and everything, I think these things will shock and awe some people. So let's bring those. You know what? Like this, so that acts as the bumper in case of gravity. That'll hit. None of these else should move. So now, yeah, now this thing has to get packed, probably in there, but I'd want to wrap it in something. Maybe a mouse pad. I'm just gonna lay these in. I'm gonna use these wires as sort of like stays. They won't scratch much, but they'll act like little rubber bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. So now we're just filling this up because this is going to weigh nothing compared to the other one, which I keep pointing over there like it's over there. Here, hold that. Let's take these wires out of here now. Just sort of lay them on top. Just act like little cuddle buddies. Little cuddle buddies. You're going to cuddle buddy because I'm actually worried about the KPH-40s being crushed. But they won't be if they're like... KPH-40s are the hardest thing to transport because they're built flimsy on purpose. There you go. As long as they're not getting pressed down on directly. And this can go around the back side of this. Like that. That'll actually act as a little bit of like a bumper. That good? We're all good? None of these wires, these little thin wires, are sticking into the fucking frame. All right, I'm calling that done. That's enough. That's enough. It's enough. I didn't want to bring this much, but now I'm bringing this much because this is how it fucking happens. Okay. Oh yeah, it's like a gentleman. It's like 20 pounds. So that one, this one's the bigger one and full of lightweight stuff, and this is the fucking monster. Which I don't think there's any room left in it for that, is there? Even if there was. No. No. Let's roll this up. Roll up the kitty cats. Let's look at that pussy over there. Okay, cool. So now I've got 2 mouse pads. I gotta protect the wood. The laptop's in there. This is gonna go on top of the laptop, which is not fun. I don't wanna crush those mouse pads either now that I had that whole speech about not fucking up my mouse pads, so. Heavy thing. Heavy thing. Do I actually have a place to plug in my phone when I'm there? Like plug it into the wall? I have to take that out of my bathroom. The one I travel with is in there. 2 extra batteries for the GoPro. We'll zip those into this. This will be like my GoPro accessories. Hey, is that $2? Sweet. No, wait a second. $3. And condoms. Excellent. All right. Batteries and condoms. Good. This has to get protected. But other than that, I think we're good to go. I'm taking the GoPro on my head. He's going to have food there. I usually bring my own bottles of water because I don't like to drink soda all the fucking time. But I think that's good. And I don't need to bring a table even this time. We're good to go. We're G2G. So other than figuring out a creative wrapping solution for this, I might actually put this in a fucking cardboard box. Like bubble wrap and everything. It's so dense. This is heavier. This is twice as heavy as you think it is. Yeah, I'd say we're packed. So now let's magically transport there tomorrow.
That's really good for me. Yeah, cool.
We are here. I think everything's playing except this currently. I disconnected it because I think trying to run this, first of all, running anything off of the LA90 and then this means people are going to raise the volume to play this and then blow whatever's plugged in up. So I disconnected that temporarily because it's more important people hear the LA90 as a headphone amp. But I'm doing illegal things. You should not do this, but I'm doing it. Very illegal, super illegal things, except for this. This is fine, and it's for the KPH-40s. But yeah, so everything is currently running except for these. And I gotta do some IEM stuff. Witch of Mercury, please go watch. Anyway, I'm gonna turn my.
Yeah, you know, honest to God, I don't care. As long as I'm not like really
there.
right. As long as I'm not right in the.
Wait, this guy brought some weeby stuff. Look at this. Those are definitely anime characters. I don't care what you say. I didn't even go that far as to bring like full artwork. I just brought a mouse pad. God. Wait, why are those tubes black?
They're Telefunken.
And they're just covered in black?
Yeah, they're supposed to stop EMF.
So you did you pay extra for that?
They're a little extra, yes.
By the way, you look very audiophile right now. You're sitting with the crossed legs and the leather chair next to your tube amp. This might be the first time they're on camera. That's the first time they're on camera.
Yeah, maybe.
I won't specify anything about them. Just know that this is the first time they're on camera.
Exist.
So then you don't have
Their existence. Well, I've mentioned their existence. I just no one's seen them. Well, maybe you know what that is, but maybe you don't know what that is. So that's just what it comes down to. I don't want to reveal. Ryan and I share the same. Don't show my face. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Do it. Oh, there's a weep. This guy's a weep. You're a weep. Wait, I know you're a weep. Oh God, you bought those? I've actually reviewed a similar setup to those like bouncy things. They're just to look cool, right? And keep the heat away.
Yes, it's mainly for heat.
It's for heat because that's the heat one.
I bought those moon domes you recommended too. Samurais.
Yeah. Oh my God, what is happening? How much did you pay for those? Say little.
$20.
20 bucks? Nice. I like when shit looks audiophile and it costs nothing.
Pretty much just.
China.
China. Yay. Anyway, I'll be back. This is like one of those weird video games where you're over the shoulder. Now you pull out a gun and shoot somebody.
These on the loose.
What? Where? Well, I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought they were in the corner over there. Is there another corner?
There's a back room.
Are you taking me to the bathroom? I'm not ready for this. Not on camera.
Glowing. Why are they glowing?
Dude, there actually is like a whole other room. There's a coffee machine in here. You know, those are bigger than the ones I should have brought speakers. So what are these now? Some sonars, Faber. They're so cute.
They're little bitty things.
How much do these cost,
I have no idea.
8 grand? They gotta be 8.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're leather wrapped. They're wrapped in leather, so yeah.
The irony is that's cheaper than painting them.
Why is that one not?
That's not plugged into power yet.
Yeah, that's right.
His plug's over there, see?
Yeah.
Oh, the fancy fucking...
High end.
Oh wait, it's on the little extension. Oh God, dude. Like I'm not. That's fine. Honestly, I have no faith that it's gonna be like it needs to be better, but that's it. Those are really fucking pretty.
I want to know what this is.
It's a transistor.
Is it a custom tube? It's just
No, it's not a tube. Like the glass just comes out.
Stop stealing things. Stop stealing that. Why are you stealing that?
It's actually broken.
All right, get some more powers on this so we could all make the glow.
Oh no, you're not going to get monoblock until you do.
Oh, that's tight.
What's the other connection?
Oh, we're doing.
Oh wait.
Do it live.
No, that's gotta.
Speak on.
You need to.
Alexa, play Steely Dan.
Unless you have to jump across 2 of these.
Yes, that's
On Amazon Music.
Are they in stereo though? Or are they just both playing?
Probably both playing one channel.
No, because you're doing separates on the back of that, so it should be fine. We're probably only getting half the power of the amps though.
Could be. That would be
More than enough. They're 400.
Yeah, gentle. Before they turn into Sonus Fire. Oh! Oh, I can't play this. These are very steep. That lady is also... Looks like she's in severe pain. These are very hyper steep. Those are fake. Those are fake. Only the real things here in Zeos. Real passion. Real pain. Real plants. Except for the ones in my kitchen. Those flowers are fake. So far this, and that. That's the stuff of a legend. Hey look, I know those headphones. Because I brought them. Anyway, that's a cute little table. How many rooms have 2 of these? Pizza's gone. So I spent a good deal of time over with that amplifier. The head tube. What the hell is the name of that amplifier? What's the name of that? What was the name of that amplifier over there? What was the name of that one? The one in the corner. What was the name of the amplifier? $9,000, and it actually sounded good, like to the point where I was like contemplating life. What? Shut up. You gotta yell at people. Anyway, I'm happy with my setup. I think this TH182 more than anything, more than this. I had to turn this off. This thing was getting, there's vents in the bottom, and I think being on a soft mouse pad squished the feet against it or blocking the vents, so it got real hot. But everything else seemed to work out pretty good. Anyway, and then like I said, somebody I didn't put the label on it ever. But look, we got some good shit going on. People heard that, they wanted to hear it. A ton of people wanted to hear this. These are getting all the looks, the peacocks. I think I may have sold somebody at least on Dakoni pads, but 8XX with Dakoni pads is great. These surprise hit because everyone knows. Honestly, not a whole lot of people have fallen in love with the Atriums. I think everyone just knows they're good. These things on that amplifier, on that head amp back there, were just fuck. It wasn't a head amp. What the hell was the brand? Hold on, I gotta get my pants out. Taking my pants out of my pocket. No, no, yeah, no. Come on. Headspace. It's a Headspace amplifier. $9,000 built to suit. And then these things are hilarious because I put the harmonic dynes on my phone. On my phone, because it's a 3.5 millimeter, and they sound as good as they do on anything here, so can't go wrong. And then I put these on the Headspace at $9,000, and it's like, oh yeah, they scale. But party's dying down, pizza's gone. Time to pack it up, pack it in. Look at the sad table. Also, I managed to acquire waifus. I managed to acquire a waifu. Oh, look at that one.
The newer one is one with the tubes that come out of the marble.
Sad. I guess this is half a continuation of the video and half a review of the Diode Dynamics 3-inch fog lights, because there's the Taco with just LED headlights, and there's brights, and yeah, those are like $3.50 a pair I paid, and yeah, do not drive and live in rural PA without it, because that is an unacceptable amount of light, and that's much better. Yeah, by the way, back hills, rural PA. This is like normal. I'm in a truck. Could they put more yellow signs up though? Ooh, a house. Cool. It's a chill road. Alright, speed limit's 45. Doing 55. Because 45 would be abysmal for the next fucking hour. Just chilling. Just chilling. I mean, the headlights aren't terrible, but they're not that, so. This is, by the way, if you want to see more Z drives, that's actually a thing that I think I was uploading to the unboxing channel, so the Zeos Pantera channel. Check that out. The only thing is I do have to shut the lights off when a car is coming, or they get real upset and flash their brights at me, which makes me unable to see. And then, okay, you done? Okay, are they done? Okay, then put that back on. And moving on. There's something super freaky about brand new asphalt and just darkness. That's wild. And there's like that's a wall right there. That's a wall right there. 35 is not a bad suggestion. Suggested speed limit 35. It's not even wet. It's just super dark asphalt. Okay. We got this. Let's go home. With these nice fucking Diode Dynamic. Home has been made. I'll unpack this stuff tomorrow. I should have probably counted how many headphones I had, because I think I have the same amount. 2, 4, 6, 7, and somewhere is the KPH 40s. I think in there maybe. So in 2 weeks I'm going to be doing this all again. Just not this much stuff, because we're going to Can Jam, New York. You're all invited to Can Jam, New York, to hear me speak on a panel. Like one of those movie stars or anime people on the internet, where it's going to be an Ask the Reviewers. So it's gonna be like me, Critical, Resolve, DMS maybe? I mean, what would you want to know from DMS? What I'm actually in here getting right now is my phone charger. Or is it in there? Somewhere in here is a phone charger that I need in my little toilet room because I want to charge my phone while I'm there. You go. So, why is that still on? Off. Anyway, it's a nice Anchor, 30 watt. Does good work. Take it everywhere you go. So I'm gonna unpack this stuff, make sure my laptop's not getting crushed, and then I guess I'll probably close that case, walk downstairs with it, and then open it up again, because it doesn't make any sense. I keep like one headphone up here in the office, and everything else is just, actually a lot of this is just basement fodder. So yeah, I'll probably close this case up also. Don't fall off the chairs. And then just, because I mean, why is there a fucking Christmas tree in February? Oh, because it's still alive and it's amazing. It just keeps drinking water, doesn't drop any needles. I will let you live here as long as you are alive. I love you, tree.